Yeah, we got minutes. No, we don't.
Why not?
I don't know. We have minutes.
should have a
from the last
previous meeting.
though.
A while back.
Vicky,
Sir,
we have minutes from the last meeting.
yes, sir, you do. I can't even get, my mouse died.
Oh.
Here. It's a beautiful day.
What was his name?
I remember the meeting, but I couldn't tell you much about what happened.
There's your face.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, I remember this.
Yeah. I'll make a motion.
Okay, you got a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Minutes approved. First item, new business, resolution authorizing payment of flood insurance premium for the river market. Mr. Holmes?
Good
afternoon.
afternoon. Gentlemen, so we're just gonna have that on the screen. We'll just go forward with the printed copies.
All righty, sounds good.
I don't have exciting presentations for these items. This will be renewing our flood insurance premium for the Tuscaloosa River Market. The premium this year is $9,653. That is an increase of $1,426. FEMA actually caps the amount of increase that this type of insurance can go up every year, and so it just basically hits that cap.
Okay,
What is the coverage, Mr. Holmes?
This is the content and building coverage for the river market in case of flooding.
Not the facility, right? Or is it the
The
facility?
facility,
Everything?
Yes,
And is it capped at some dollar value, or is it
it's capped at
replacement cost?
it's capped at an 18% increase year over year.
18% increase, and how much is it annually right now?
Well, no, I'm asking about the coverage, not the premium. Is the coverage capped at $5 million?
Give me just 1 second. I will bring up the policy. That is a $500,000 building, a $105,000 contents with a $1,200 deductible for both.
Say that one more time. That's a $500,000 building
Yes, sir.
with,
$105,000 for contents.
okay.
Could we replace that for $500,000?
That is an
We
excellent
can't
question.
build two pickleball courts for $500,000.
Not even.
All right, thank you, I appreciate it.
Maybe the water won't get that high.
So that $1,400 increase is the FEMA imposed 18% cap on
Yes,
the
sir.
premium?
That's correct.
Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, resolution carries. EMT home health coverage?
This is the liability protection for our EMS prevention guys, for chiefs guys when they go out and do the home health items. This expires it's due in July. We don't have a new invoice or a new amount yet, just where the insurance litigation committees fall. This is the last one after that expiration. The total amount in 2023 was $6,400 for this insurance. I'm happy to either put it on a finance committee once we get that invoice, or if it's within that range, take it straight to council if this committee's okay with it.
I'm okay with either one. It can come to finance or if it's in the same range, but I don't quite understand. This coverage is for our EMTs
Home health?
when they do home health care?
Yes, sir.
What does that mean?
When the EMS prevention team goes out and does some minor treatment for someone in their home
Okay.
that isn't covered under our typical sort of public safety response type of liability protections. And Chief Smith could tell you more if he was sitting here.
So is it if they go out into somebody's home and do something
If you're
wrong?
giving them a insulin injection to help with their diabetes and you injure them, this helps cover.
This
their
is liability for them doing that.
Yes, sir.
And it's not covered by our normal coverage of that because, why?
Because it is not a part of their normal emergency treatment. It's not finding you injured on the side of the road, getting you in the back of an ambulance and getting you to the hospital. This is a broader service we provide.
Why are we doing it?
Because it saves us a lot of money from having to. We had people when they started that program. We had people who couldn't afford diabetic testing strips. And they knew that they were having an issue with their diabetes and called the ambulance when their vision started getting blurry. And so to not have to make those low acuity ambulance calls and do transport for that saves us a bunch of money and obviously saves our hospital
Okay,
system
This is
money.
a great program.
Thank you, that
And-
now
And
makes.
it's one of
a
the
lot more
first
sense.
ones in the country like this. It's a great program.
Yeah, it really is. And if you ever have a chance to go with them, do.
So I will, I'll just keep that. I'll look at it. If we get, I think year over year, it doesn't typically go up much. If
What
if
did
I'm
you say, you
comfortable,
thought we're talking in the 8,400 range?
6,400,
6,400.
6,435 last year, yes, sir.
I don't have any problems with it going
I'll
straight
make
to
a
council.
motion. Are we already done that?
No.
Motion.
There's a second?
Well, we need to, a motion to do what? To approve it if it's within 500 either way, or to send it fine?
I think if we just treat this as information only,
Okay.
then within.
You can bring it to finance, just remind me when
Yes,
it
sir.
shows up.
All right. Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, Mr. Hobbs.
Good afternoon,
Opioid
councilors.
settlement
Good afternoon.
agreements.
Yes, sir. This is pretty self-explanatory. We are requesting authorization to execute and participate in 2 additional opioid settlement agreements with Cardinal Health Incorporated and Cencora Incorporated. You may recall from some of our prior discussions, there are 3 primary national drug distributors that are involved in the opioid litigation. They are McKesson Corporation, Cardinal Health, and Cencora, excuse me. About 2 years ago, the Attorney General, on behalf of the state, entered into a statewide settlement with McKesson Corporation, and the city is participating in that one. This was recently announced about a month ago that the Attorney General has now reached an agreement with the other 2, Cardinal and Cencora, to settle all claims by the state and local governments within the state related to the opioid epidemic. The total value of the settlement is about $220 million, and the proceeds will be split between the state, local governments, and what they call special districts, which are primarily some school systems and public health authorities. Don't know exactly yet what the city's share of that would be.
Chad, I'm gonna ask you, based
Yes,
on
sir.
are the ones or one already settled, does that provide any template for even a rough order of magnitude estimate of what our cut of 220 million might be?
That's exactly what I was about to say. The McKesson settlement, for example, was a $140 million settlement, and the city currently receives about $120,000 a year over a period of 10 years from that one. This one at $220 million will also be paid out over 10 years, and it will have the same divisions and splits. So I think that should give us kind of a benchmark of what we would expect to see out of it.
And are we in year, and I'm gonna have to shift my focus somewhat between you and finance. Are we in year 2 now of actually receiving those funds?
We've received 2 years worth of funds
We,
so far.
we received what?
2 years worth of funds so far.
Okay,
Out
so,
And we've received 2 years worth of funds out of the McKesson settlement. So there's 8 years of payments left there. But we obviously on this one have not even hit year 1 yet. So that would be still 10 years.
so everything that's actually flowing in now is McKesson?
We've actually had
Or-
money in from the McKesson settlement. There was a separate settlement with Johnson & Johnson and that family of companies, and then also with Walmart. And both the Johnson & Johnson and Walmart settlements have already paid out in full over the last 2 years.
They just paid.
They made lump sum payments in 1 year.
Wow.
So Ms. Standridge or Ms. Sheep, can either of you tell us what we've brought in to date in toto?
About 1.3 million so far.
Check, okay.
Mhm.
1.3-ish.
Yes, sir.
Do we need to vote to accept this, or what?
We need to vote to authorize the
The,
city to participate in the city.
with Cardinal Health and Cencora.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I will make that motion.
Motion second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Anything else need to be brought before the Litigation Insurance Committee? Is there a motion we adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Motion second adjourned, all in favor say aye.
Aye.